Hello, everyone. Welcome to Monday Live with Alan and Greg. We have a guest host, Leslie from Books, Gurrs, and Purrs. She sent me a Voxer message a couple minutes ago saying she is running a little bit late. So she'll just join in midstream with the conversation starting. So we'll keep it simple to start with. So
what are we going to talk about?
What do we ever talk about? This is pub night. whatever topics come up.
Yeah, I see some people are in the chat room already.
Yep. Here's Leslie. She came in earlier. She's excited to be here with you two lovely gentlemen. You've been called a lovely gentleman now. Me too. Liminal Spaces. Hey, Chris.
Hey, man.
Lee. I enjoyed last week's discussion. Thanks for coming back. Here's just me saying we're starting at 8:30 tonight. And Lee said 4 more minutes. Yeah. Lee said she's not a sci-fi person. However, I wound up with a list to look at.
I would like to see that list myself. I was just asking Greg about Le Guin books to read.
Ursula K. Le Guin.
Yeah.
My recommendation would be for Le Guin, as I told Alan, to start with her two most famous books, either The Dispossessed or Left Hand of Darkness. She does have some earlier books. I did not enjoy. I mean, I read her first book in the Hainish cycle, and it read very much like a first novel. You know, just an author just not fully at the height of her powers yet. Constance is here. Hello, Constance. Hello, Pat. People saying hi to each other. Now, here Chris says the first Earthsea trilogy was I think I said he would recommend that as a beginning place for Ursula.
The Left Hand of God part of a trilogy too?
No. Essentially, she writes a future history, like The Dispossessed and The Left Hand of Darkness, and every book in the Hainish cycle is set in the same future. Earthsea trilogy is a fantasy. Technically, I think it's called young adult, or would be called young adult now. I'm not positive.
Oh.
I read it when I was in high school, and I loved it in high school. I reread it when I was in my early 50s, and I only read the first book in the trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not there anymore.
I'm writing it down, but
some people really love it. So I think Chris is right. That's a very good option.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lighter book. I think it's not quite as philosophical or hard.
Cool.
You know, Chris says the second book in the trilogy is the best. I never got around to that one on my reread. I only read the first one. So how's your day been going?
Lazy. I stay up really late, half the night. Then I take a nap in the morning, and I watch my story at 1, and eat lunch. Did do any? I went and got did one errand, took a bus ride, but that's about it. No reading yet today. Answered my correspondence and talked to Aaron Facer a bit.
Oh, so you're still doing Pound?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're buddy reading. We just started the Goldfinch, which I read half of about 5 years ago. So I remember the beginning. I remember liking it, but never finished it. But I like the Secret History a lot.
Yeah, the Secret History was pretty good. That's the only book that I ever read by Donna Tartt. Now the thing is, I think I mentioned this before. When I was graduating from high school, I applied to Bennington College,
Oh,
and I did not get in
oh,
Bennington College. I just wasn't smart enough, and my father almost certainly would have said no to the tuition because it's like one of the most expensive schools to go to. But I would have gone there with Donna Tartt had I been accepted.
wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now, would we have known? I think it's a small enough college that you know everyone. But I didn't get in.
Yeah, I think she talks about her days back then. I think
Yeah.
does a lot of interviews.
I haven't seen my. She's due for another book. It's been like 10 years since The Goldfinch was out. So Bad is here. Hello, Bad.
Bad.
I was late my first time on you lovely gentlemen live stream.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it happens. I said I got a Voxer from her earlier saying she's going to be late. I keep looking back to make sure, So who knows? Life does intervene sometimes.
Mm-hmm. What about you? Did you get any reading done?
I got a little bit of reading done today, but not a huge amount. I'm working on JR.
Oh yeah. Yeah, me too. I got it right here.
I'm really loving JR. It's the third time I've read it.
Mm-hmm.
I believe we were talking with Lee on his dialogue. It's like he's a spy listening in on a microphone, and he's just capturing the dialogue exactly the way it's spoken.
Yeah, I can't remember that part. I'm a little ahead of you, I think. But yeah, I like how I like how he's setting it all up, and he's starting so small, and manipulating people to do things for him and fast.
Right.
But
yep.
Yeah. Aaron Faisler and I are still doing the cantos. I might put out some kind of announcement for help. A plea for help. Anyone who knows him. There's one professor, Aaron, you put on your Discord. I think there's like 4 different little lectures about it. And I've only listened to the first one. We're up to like Canto 30.
Yeah, I just decided after I read like 5 cantos, I said I do not want to invest my reading time with this stuff.
Yeah, we're glossing over a lot. But
Dad is saying hi to everyone in the chat room.
I think I feel like you did when Berryman Group. When I have choices to read. I mean, I finished the Theo and Vincent book. Really like that. I'm behind in videos, but I like to also I forgot to Portland Art Museum is free first Thursdays of the month, and I always forget about it. But
say hi to Ariane.
Ariane.
Bad at saying any good movies lately, Chris. People saying hi. Chris watched The Naked Gun and giggled all the way through.
Yeah.
I haven't seen The Naked Gun since it was new in the theaters.
Yeah, I know about it. Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson.
Yeah.
Hey, Margaret.
Margaret's here. Yep. Leslie said she was running a little late. She said she'd be 5 minutes late, and a little later than 5 minutes, but who knows what's going on. Oh, here she is.
Oh.
Hold on. We're not. Okay. I cannot see or hear Leslie.
Oh shoot!
Can anyone see or hear her? There she
Ah,
goes.
huh.
Leslie.
Hey Leslie.
Hi, I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh, it's all right. It's
We were
okay.
just we're just talking about life intervenes. You
I
know.
left my job a half an hour early to be here like on time, and I still got stuck in traffic. So
Oh no.
You sure,
Well.
sure what city you live in?
Los Angeles,
Oh, you
Oh.
do? Okay, I love LA.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Venice Beach. Yeah, Hollywood.
yeah, I
Yeah,
love going out to PCH.
Hmm. Well,
yeah.
y'all. All I know about LA is they have terrible traffic.
Yeah,
I don't drive, so I don't
I
care.
don't think delusional.
They have a tunnel now, though, from Hollywood and that. But,
Okay.
yeah, I love LA.
All right. So how's it going for you, Leslie?
Good,
Everything-
good. I scrambled to be here, so I'm so sorry. So wait, what state are the both of you in?
I'm in Portland, Oregon.
Okay.
Yeah, so and Greg,
I'm in Virginia.
Fredericksburg. Fredericksburg.
Still considered a suburb of Washington D.C. or a far suburb of Washington D.C.
Yeah.
So
But-
Ellen's right near Margaret then.
Oh, it is. Yeah. I guess she lives in Portland too. Never met. Never ran into each other at Powell's. Where's my Powell's?
All right.
Greg, it's nice to meet you, by the way.
Yes, I mean, Alan found your channel. I'm started watching now that you came on as a host. I've been watching a little bit. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your channel? Because I think you're newer and smaller, but everyone's welcome here, and tell everyone.
Yeah, I know a little bit about her, but you both are cat people and that. I mean, I like all animals too, but Leslie has. Do you have two?
I have two cats.
Yeah.
I tossed food into their bowls right before I went live, so hopefully they'll be tamed today. But Ginger does like to steal the show quite a bit. She's like my chunkier cat, and she's usually in this basket. There's like a basket right here, but no cats just yet.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, I don't even remember. I think I started my channel maybe 3 years ago, and it was just kind of something to do. Like most people, I started working from home during the pandemic, and only recently did I start driving to a location for my new job. But I was just kind of feeling a bit stir crazy, so that's genuinely why I started my channel. Was just like for my own sanity. And as I've gone on and just like covered books, I'm basically just reading whatever is on my shelf. Which does tend to focus more on like social injustices, or historical fiction, nonfiction. And then I've integrated a readathon that I started this year. It was like a madcap thought, this year and next year, which is I'm such a huge fan of Anne Rice's The Vampire Chronicles, but also the AMC adaptation of that. So I created a readathon where I'm snooping onto the shelves of these different characters, and I'm creating prompts based on like their character arc on the show. And so there's like, depending on each character, there might be like 8 books for 2 months. It's like 2 months at a time for each character. And so that's kind of how I'm integrating like my love of an adaptation of a books that I love and my like love of reading.
Yeah, I would be into that, but I don't get like cable.
Yeah.
If I was able to watch it, or pay for it, I'd be into that. But I'm in the other group with you.
Yeah, Elaine said that she's borrowing it from her library.
Oh,
So you might be able to get it through your library. And I know there's an app. I can't think of the name, but I'll probably send it to you in Voxer. There's some sort of app that like you could borrow DVDs, but like streaming. You can borrow streaming.
Like Hoopla?
Yeah, it's like Hoopla. It's not Hoopla, but it's like one of those kind of apps, but for like movies and TV. Here she goes.
Oh, that's Ginger. Hello, Ginger.
Hi.
Cats are welcome to photobomb my show anytime.
Say hi.
Yeah, we talk about pets all the time, and I like miniature schnauzers and had one for 17 years, but not lately. That babysat Chihuahua for a long time, 6 months. That was a while ago, but I can't really afford it, and I don't have the room for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a backyard.
So Leslie, it's kind of interesting because I did not know you were running a Anne Rice vampire group. And but the thing is, I'm going to hold up a book that I just finished reading 2 days ago.
Yes.
Technically, this is a reread for me, but I can talk about it. So I am just, I said, I started rereading it because I talked about a lot of the horror novels I wanted to reread, and everyone's saying how great Interview with the Vampire was. And I remember liking it the first time I listened to the audiobook back in the 90s, I guess it was. And then I just got around to rereading it. Just finished rereading it 2 days ago. So I think I liked it better the second time around.
Oh, that's good.
And
that's only Louis' point of view.
Yeah, because I came to it as really weird. I read The Vampire Lestat when I was in high school when it was first released in hardcover.
Oh, okay.
And then went back and listened to the audiobooks of Interview, which I liked. And I did not like The Vampire Lestat. It's just there's something. Her tone changes. Her view of vampires changes, I guess, a bit in Vampire Lestat. And then Queen of the Damned, it has one of the scenes that if I were reading it, I would have thrown it across the room.
What? Which one?
Well, I'll start off with this one where basically she says in this book, vampires don't have a whole lot of magical powers. Mm-hmm. It's in this book, and I like that. Yeah. But in Vampire Lestat, they have one minor magical power that really kind of annoyed me. It had to do with their hair.
Oh, I thought it was flying. And
I said, oh, well, if you get a haircut as a vampire, your hair will grow back the next day. And I'm going like, why? You just, now I'm very much of a rationalist and a skeptic. I don't like a whole lot of magical powers. So in this book, when she said vampires don't have a lot of magical power, I really was digging that part. Now, in Queen of the Damned, there's a vampire character who's traveling and comes across a mountain.
Oh, here's a fire.
And you think, okay, vampires got to climb out. No, the vampire starts flying over the mountain. And my logical brain is, okay, in order to fly, you have to have an energy source, and you have to lift and thrust to get over there. And where's all that coming from?
It's magic. But that's one of the things about I'm still like the first book is still my favorite. Mm-hmm. But I think it was more about just I know it's vampires, but just the existentialism, the crisis, the Catholicism. I was more interested in that and a person dealing with doubt and vampires being a vessel for that. I like that part of it. I also do like the other ones though, but and right rebooted. Every once in a while she'll reboot what it's about. So there's definitely some inconsistencies.
Vampires turn into bats, though, right? Well, I can just buy that.
But what I liked is the character arcs in that book. That Louis started off sort of wishy-washy. Oh, I don't like being a vampire. I'm not going to hurt people. And then he turned into a badass dude by the end of the book. And Lestat was the badass dude, and he turned into wishy-washy at the end. So they sort of they flipped spaces. And and Claudia was like, okay, just sit back and imagine being an adult mind in a 5-year-old body. And I just really sort of like thought about that a lot. Now, I've been told that in both film adaptations, Claudia is much older in the film adaptations.
Yeah, it's kind of like you can't really use like a real life 5-year-old toddler to be doing all these things. So yeah, in the 94 version, I think the actress might have been like 9 or something like that. And then in the AMC version, she's aged up to a teenager, like 14, but clearly played by someone that's probably like 18 or a little bit older. I like that because that gives, I hope you can't hear that outside. It's very loud. It gives you an opportunity to have someone that's of adult consenting age discuss like adult things in the narrative. I'm sorry, I'm going to close my door. Hold on.
No problem.
Yeah, I met Anne Rice at a book signing in Phoenix in the 90s. She's really cool. Signed a lot of books.
Right. I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, no. I mentioned it before. I was killing time.
I was just going to say that some people don't like that the character on AMC is aged up, but I liked it because she's just able to verbalize and say things about what's going on that's wrong that you can't give to like a toddler to say,
Yeah.
So that's why I didn't really mind the aging up.
Oh yeah, well, the whole idea is like you said, you can't put a 5-year-old in front of the camera. I mean, everyone would scream about a child like with these mocking words that doesn't understand the words that are coming out of her mouth.
Right. But yeah, in the book, good point.
Yeah, but I loved it as the book. It's just like extremely powerful. You just feel her I don't know if it's despair or dread or just what a crime was committed against her.
Yeah, well, Anne Rice had a daughter who died.
I think she was about the same age, right?
Yeah, and propelled her into writing.
What would have been, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's ultimately why she couldn't keep writing from Louis anymore, which is why we get this kind of like over-the-top magical optimistic reboot, Hey, but I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it.
Okay.
It doesn't really bother me that it becomes more magical. I'm just kind of in there for the ride.
Yeah, I'm gonna start Memnock, the devil, tonight or soon.
So what book are you on in your group? Are you reading them all?
Yeah, it's helmed by Elaine from Cobalt Dragon.
Okay.
And we're all supposed to be reading The Tale of the Body Thief and Memnock the Devil to discuss next jointly. I'm gonna read it probably the last week of this month and cram it in because I'm so behind. I'm behind on my own reading for other things for my readathon as well. But I have to squeeze it in. I'm glad we're doing it because there's definitely so much to discuss.
Yeah, I like going back to it.
Okay, so Leslie, one of the only features of my show, which I stick to, is that we all get to discuss the books that we're currently reading or have recently read, to highlight. And as a guest, you get to basically go first and say, what have you been reading? What do you like? What do you want to discuss?
Oh my goodness. Let me grab it. All right. Well, I just finished reading Poor Things by Alistair Gray.
Okay.
And I'm actually reading this for my readathon because Claudia is someone that's trapped in a young body. And this is a Frankenstein retelling, and it's like a satire, but also talks about it's like the Victorian area and the patriarchy at that time. And so a man turns a woman into basically brings her back to life, and she's doing these things. She's kind of moving around in the world with this very like uninhibited way of just like not even acknowledging no as an answer to anything. And the person that turned her into this like or brought her back to life is saying that he replaced their brain with the brain of a baby's. So you have this grown woman with a baby's brain, apparently, and it's kind of like the opposite, right, of Claudia, who's in a child's body, but like a brain that keeps like I don't know maturing, I guess you could say. So I just thought that would be a good conversation about
That would be interesting.
independence, a woman's independence, and stuff like that.
Okay. Let's catch up on the comments. Margaret, I'm sad about a tree that's cut down in my neighborhood. I hate it when they cut down old trees. But
Yeah.
Naked Gun was the '80s slapstick comedy. They recently made a new. I heard they remade it. I'm going, you don't remake Naked Gun. That was just a perfect classic. Everyone stay.
I thought he wasn't talking about the new movie, but he was talking about the old one, huh?
Oh, I don't know. You have to ask if you watched the new one or the old one. LA traffic. Always blame the traffic.
Yeah.
Oh, see how late it is. This comment.
Hey, everyone.
So I'm always late with comments.
That's okay.
People are talking in the background.
Yeah.
Margaret says Fredericksburg is not a suburb, a DC suburb. Well, people do commute to DC.
Yeah, they do.
We have the commuter station, and it gets filled up. People going into work.
Yeah, I'm taking them myself.
Far suburb.
You go past Quantico.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Leslie, what kind of channel do you have? I think she discussed that already.
Yeah, a little bit.
And Chris is more cat people. Yeah, he has Bartleby.
Bartleby, that's a great name.
That's a great name.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Ginger's a stunner.
Ginger's gorgeous.
Yeah,
she's very photogenic.
Well, Pip is my orange cat. He sometimes comes down, sometimes doesn't. Orange cats always have a lot of
Yeah, Pip is the three-legged cat.
He's my three-legged cat.
Oh,
really quick.
Well. The thing is, he runs better than he walks.
That's funny.
It does make sense because when you're running, your balance is bad. You don't have a chance to tip over.
Oh, yeah. You're the streamline.
He has to run more.
Now, he likes to knock stuff off too, doesn't he?
What?
Pip likes to knock stuff off the table.
Oh, Pip loves sippy cups. If you have a sippy cup on a counter, he'll just like knock it over. So here's Nightshade Holloway. Leslie, I've only read Interview with the Vampire and Vampire Lestat, so I'm not a scholar on the series. Did you like the 1994 film adaptation?
I did. It didn't always. That's all I had right back in the day, so I enjoyed it for what it was. Louis in the books, I felt like I understood better than the movie, the 94 movie adaptation. He's just kind of like sullen, but they don't really explore why he's so upset to be a vampire. In that entire movie, it doesn't really gel well. So yeah, I mean, I liked it, but I liked the television show more. But that's kind of like the difference between any movie and a series, right? Series lets the character arcs breathe better, you know.
Well, you like Louis more than Lestat, don't you?
Yeah, I love Louis. Alan's team Lestat. I am team Louis.
Okay. No, now it's. I'm trying to guess because I have not read the Vampire Lestat in so many years. Other than he became sort of a super vampire. Is that kind of?
A rock star too.
Yeah, he's a rock star. He the way that Anne Rice explains it is that there's so much that Lestat did not tell Louis, and also there's so much that other vampires don't know. And so yeah, he's basically like the super vampire in a way, right? And that he was maybe he was like restraining the strength that he did have during that time with Louis, because by the time Lestat meets Louis in the first book, he's actually already met Akasha and had that interaction. So yeah, she definitely like ups the powers with him.
Okay. I'm not sure I'm not sure I'm gonna go on with the series just because I like this one book and I'm saying like end where you like it and not
Yeah.
where you don't like it.
Yeah, she has so many. It's okay, and she does the same thing. After a while, she'll get tired of a character and then reboot it to do something else. So
Yeah, I mean,
these
I like them a lot.
is good.
My least favorite one is Queen of the Damned. I need like an encyclopedia or a tree for it. Like I have a Kurt Vonnegut encyclopedia. I'd like to get an Anne Rice one. And,
I think they have one. I'm sure they do.
yeah, I mean, I'd love to have a Stephen King one too. You know.
Oh yeah, Stephen King's another one. He
Yeah, I
has
read
some giant books.
Yeah, I read like a guidebook to the Shining, and it was like Kubrick's take on it, and all of the like secret, like what do they call it, subliminal things, and like Native American things that are showing up throughout the you kind of miss if you're not looking for them.
Well, yeah. Well, also, I know Stephen King does not like Kubrick's adaptation of that his book.
No, not yeah. You like the other
I
one.
can understand it. Is because in the book, Jack is a normal man when he goes to the Overlook. I mean, he obviously had a drinking problem, but
Yeah,
whole character arc is that the ghosts of the Overlight basically seduce him and
Yeah.
turn him evil and make him go crazy. And in the movie, someone said the moment Jack
well, I think his alcoholism in the book is really he hallucinates. He's drinking, you know, and
yeah, well, Jack Nicholson played him batshit crazy just from the get go.
oh,
They said, you know, when he first walked in, the movie, that man's crazy.
Yeah,
Of course, it's a lot. It'd be a lot of fun to play that character that way, but
yeah, you have a point there.
I can understand why Stephen King upset that he sort of like
Yeah, it went to the
got rid of the character arc.
right. Yeah,
So, family and books. Paula, hi, Alan, Greg, Leslie, and Chad.
Paula.
hello.
Sprint, but wanted to pop in and hug the
Hug
like.
the like button.
Well,
All right.
thanks, Paula. Margaret, I guess it's better than a Freaky Deaky adaptation.
Freaky Friday, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I used to like Lindsay Lohan.
Here's one from. Couldn't the changes in vampire abilities be attributed to the fact that we're getting two different perspectives since both are told from the first person? I guess that's an interpretation, but I think Anne Rice just changed her mind after writing the first book.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, some other ideas.
Or that's what they do for horror, right? Like The Ring and stuff. Speaking from trailers only. Or is it because Anne Rice made changes because she was creating a mythology of her own and realized the changes were needed. Well, I think she wanted to go in a different direction in the story. You write one book and you grow and want to write a different story, and didn't want to write a whole new vampire series. I'll just adapt it in.
Mhm.
Margaret, I wanted to try Aleister Gray, but he seemed too experimental over my head. I have one book on his, like something leather or something like that.
Yeah, this is the only book I've read, but I did see that book as well.
Yeah.
I've heard of all the books. This is like the most tame, I guess, and that his other books are more like
He has a
surreal.
very experimental book. It begins with it's a one word, begins with the letter L. I'm not remembering it right now.
There's Lanark.
Lanard, I think, yeah.
And there's
I think-
also Lean Tales. Oh, so you must have something leather. That's what it is.
Something leather, yeah.
That's cool.
How does it work for vampires? If one is made a vampire at age 10, but they've only been age 10 for 100 years, does not the mind mature beyond 10? Yes, that's exactly what happened to Claudia.
Mhm. Yeah.
Those commuters are making choices. Yeah, it'd be a tough commute. I couldn't do it. And the shit can only hit the fan and be funny once. And don't forget the gray tabbies. Well, I have a gray tabby too, Margaret. So that's Ted. Alan, I think Teddy's Alan's favorite cat because
Yep.
you're playing cards one night and he just basically sat on his card pile.
Yeah.
You had to like move the card up on top of him.
And the fact that you can walk him, that's really cool. He's take him for a walk
Yeah.
outside. Unless it's too chilly, he doesn't.
Well,
go for that.
I don't take him for walks anymore. I think I told you I was walking him one day on a leash.
Mhm.
Now Teddy's strange. He likes dogs.
Right.
And he sees a dog on the street. He'll say, "Let's go meet the dog." So one day I walked out. There was this pit bull mix named Gemma, and I asked her, "Is it okay to introduce Teddy to Gemma?" And she says Gemma kind of strange around cats. So I picked up Teddy and I was walking behind my house just to get him away from the dog. And Gemma broke off the leash. And she charged me, and she was trying to get Teddy.
Yeah.
And I was having to hold him up away from him. So, and this is a lady in her late 70s, and she could not control this big dog.
Oh,
So-
you did mention that. So you don't.
No, Teddy is like terrified. There's a big
Oh.
dog trying to eat him.
Yeah.
So
he doesn't even want to go anymore.
he sometimes has to go out, but
Oh.
I think he figured, hey, wait a second, I'm 9 years old. I'm an adult.
Oh.
I don't need this anymore. Too much
Yeah. Well, you could just take him out by the back.
maybe, but it's actually easier just not to walk him. I mean, it was fun,
Oh.
but you know.
Yeah. But
So Claudia was such a fascinating character. In a sense, was Anne ways of bringing back her daughter, who succumbed shortly before her writing of Interview. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I just finished it. And I have a review that's coming out Wednesday. I'm trying to figure out what day it is.
Monday.
It's coming out Wednesday.
Oh, okay, cool. Have you ever read any Donna Tartt? Leslie?
Donna Charge?
Tartt? Like-
No, I haven't. Tell me more.
Oh, yeah. The Goldfinch. The Secret History.
I've heard of the Goldfinch, but I haven't read any of her work yet.
Yeah, I read about half of it 5 years ago, and something happened. I was enjoying it a lot, and I didn't finish it. So I'm buddy reading it with a friend right now. Just started it again, but yeah, I'm just wondering if you might have read it.
No, from what you remember, did you like it?
Yeah, a lot.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, there was a movie too. I didn't see the movie yet. I'll probably watch it. But
yeah.
What about Edgar Allan Poe? Do you like Poe?
Do I like Poe?
I can't talk. Do you like?
Oh, Poe. No. You're fine. I do, but I haven't read Poe in ages. I'm due for a reread of like all his work.
The opportunity is next month for October.
Oh, that's true. Let me see. I'm gonna have to squeeze it in somehow because October and November I'll be covering the character Daniel, and I already have like 8 books to read.
Oh my god! Yeah, well, yeah, Poe will be around.
Yeah. Is that what you're gonna do in October? Are you reading Poe?
I'm only doing a little bit of Poe. We have our prompts is read a poem or poems and read a story, and then read a book inspired by Poe and go visit a haunted location in your area.
Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah, there's a few in Portland.
Oh, that's so cool.
Now, does LA consider to have a lot of haunted locations?
You know, I'm a bit of an introvert. I think that they do. I just don't participate.
How long have you lived in LA?
Most of my life is Southern California, LA County. It's pretty huge. So that's all I know. They have the Hollywood Cemetery, and in the summertime, actually, which I haven't been to in a while, probably since the pandemic. They have like part of the land where there's not any plots. They have it set aside so in the summer they play movies at night at the cemetery.
Oh wow! Huh.
Yeah, it's really nice. I haven't been there in a while, but that's a cool event to
that
attend.
would be what they play horror movies or at the cemetery, just regular movies.
They're all old movies. It varies, like because it's curated by I guess whoever is hosting or what do you call it, managing the event. So I'm trying to remember. One year they had like every once in a while they'll have it like where you watch 3 movies. So it'll be like an all night thing.
Wow.
And they had like oh my gosh, it's in my mind. I'm trying to think about it. What is it called? Not the Land of Stories. They had like a bunch of like 80s movies, like childhood type movies, basically.
Yeah, I would think they would have movies from the people who are buried there too. I mean, a lot of famous, Marilyn Monroe is there, I think.
Yeah, they also like one night they did Prince isn't there, but they had Prince's, I guess, movie was playing. So they have just a whole variety of movies, but yeah, they definitely do like horror movies as well, but it varies.
I would do a vlog there on like Halloween Eve.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of vlogs. Like I like doing Portland vlogs. Like I walk over a bridge and do it, or so. I'll try to do a haunted thing. We have the Shanghai tunnels where they used to Shanghai people here in Portland and take them out to sea. So I could do that.
That's pretty wild. That's a wild part of history.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's videos on YouTube about it.
There's always some city underbelly.
Yeah.
So what about the two of you? What are you reading?
Okay. I'm reading a couple things. We want to go first, Alan, before I go?
No, I already did, basically. Okay. Yeah.
On audio, I'm listening to Every Man Dies Alone. And this is by Hans Fallada, translated from the German, originally published in 1947. And it's set right after the French capitulation, after the Germans invaded. And there's a German family that just got notified that their son has died
Oh.
in the war. You know, you get this message, and they were never fans of the Nazis or Hitler. And it's based on a true story of them basically going to be sending anti-Nazi propaganda out in Berlin.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I've read the book, you know it can't end well. But it's a story of resistance to an authoritarian regime. And I'm just finding that very relevant to today's society. Is like, what do you do if you're under a totalitarian regime and you don't support it?
Ah.
And these are not educated people. These are not rich people. These are poor, working class Berliners who want to try to do something to restore Germany to the way they think it should be. You know, the old Weimar Republic. So it's very interesting.
So they're gonna plot some propaganda?
Yeah, they're gonna print out cards and drop it in the mail. It's like,
God.
you're like don't be a Nazi, or like Hitler's a bad guy, and not extreme intellectual propaganda. These are just, I said, very basic working people trying to resist.
Huh.
And
Yeah, and I can see why you're reading it for your authoritarian
yeah.
series. Yeah. Cool.
And I'm also reading this book, The Heaven and Earth Grocery Store by James McBride. This is from my in-person book group. It's a historical novel set in Pottsville, or Pennsylvania, during 30s. And it's about a Jewish Romanian man who immigrates, and he starts getting rather successful musical theaters going. But the neighborhood he starts in was once Jewish, and it's turning black. And he's not moving out. He's inviting the black musicians into his theater. So
Cool. Is it a new release?
20, 22, 23. So
Yes.
relatively new.
For new.
I have that second book on my shelf.
Which one?
The Heaven and Earth.
You have that to
Grocery
read?
Yeah, I have it on my shelf and it's staring at me because it looks so good. It sounded very interesting.
It is. It has, how do I put the very contemporary novel feeling to it, that if you pick up books, you can sort of know when they were written, even if they're historical novels, you know. And I'm not a huge fan of contemporary literature.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'm reading, you know, the book group does a lot of contemporary literature. That's okay. It keeps me on my toes. So
What is it about contemporary literature that you're not really a fan of?
I hate to say, I don't think the authors are really quite involved with their books as the way they used to be. They feel very machined, very production line. Like they're all trying to say, I want to win this prize. In order to win this prize, I have to write the book in this style, in this length, with these length of chapters. There's just this feeling of sameness. Other books, you know. And I'm going to say something that's going to make some people upset. But a lot of these authors go to MFA programs.
How dare you? No, I defend MFA programs all the time. Go ahead.
The problem is an MFA program kind of machine, you know, it's like training you to be an author. Where a lot of the authors from the old days, they just wrote books. They weren't trained to be authors. They wrote what they wanted to write, and made them into books. And
As a graduate with a MFA in creative writing from Arizona State University, I can see what you mean, but we read a lot of new like poets and fiction writers and had workshops with them. So there's a lot of networking too. I really wasted a lot of time. I enjoyed going through it, but I continue to write, but I haven't really written in decades. But I didn't let college interfere with my education.
yeah,
Well, I would love one day, Alan, to read anything that you've written.
I have old stuff. It's like just horror stories, and I have a few, but you can read them like in an hour.
Yeah.
But I have more poems.
Oh yeah. That would also be nice. That would be lovely.
Well, yeah, thanks. Maybe I'll send you some. I don't have any like that I can just like put a file and send or anything like that. I'm not totally unorganized.
That's okay.
Take a picture and send it on Voxer.
Yeah.
so Constance thought the TV series of The Shining was so much better.
And a lot of people.
Lenark, yeah. See, I'm behind on my comments. Let me try to catch up with my comments.
Go ahead.
Lenark is incredible. I want to do it on my channel in 2026. Lenark is a shire in Scotland.
Oh, okay.
I love both Kubrick's film and King's novel. I have no problem seeing them as two completely separate entities, not precisely about the film being close adaptation since it was done so well.
Yeah, I agree. I like Kubrick.
Hassan, hey, Ed, just turning in. Glad I made it.
Oh yeah, hey, I know he sent me a little package.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, I'm not
Go ahead.
I'm not familiar. The name does not stand out.
Yeah, go ahead, Greg.
No. I was comment. You're going to mention something about him, so I'm leaving his comment up for you.
Okay, yeah, he does art and like collages. So look at the one on
Oh, very cool.
toys.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, there's a like a.
That's cool.
Yeah, his name's Kobe. So I sent him an envelope back with some stickers. So I like correspondence.
Yeah.
Always, yeah.
I don't get any real or very rarely get any real correspondence.
Yeah,
So-
it's funny you don't because you have like what 5,000 subscribers, and I only have like 1,000. I get like people hit me up to for free stuff. Like I got a reading light. It's over there, but
I did get an offer from an email once about saying, I seen your channel. I'd like you to show our product. It was
Right.
A scanner. Like you read QR codes or barcodes.
Oh.
And she says, what's your address? I'll send it to you. And I responded back saying, well, will your scanner work with books? Because that's all that I would ever use it for. And never responded back.
Well, there you go.
Now, what I think is that this person was trying to get my name
Oh.
and address and probably was going to go for identity theft.
Yeah, it could be, I mean, nobody's going to try that with me. I don't have anything,
Well, Alan, they don't know, and they can try it, and they can take out, well, I don't know, a card in your name or something, but
Right.
I have to worry about like people doing that.
Yeah, over a dumb little scanner that, I wouldn't even, if I were you, I wouldn't mess with it either.
Well, I think a book scanner would be very useful because I have an online database that I use called Library Thing, and if it worked, it would have been a great product to hawk on my channel. But
why don't you buy one? Too much work, or you have to scan all?
It was the free offer that was nice. But
Thinking.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not a priority.
So Teddy needs the aggravation. Smokes a ciggy. Yeah. Teddy, kitty, PT. Yeah. Well, can you imagine what it'd be like to having this huge dog trying to eat you and me screaming at the owner to control her damn dog,
No, that'd be.
Because I was actually getting to the point where I was going to kick the dog.
Yeah.
But my thought was if I start kicking the dog
You
dog
might.
will see me as the target.
Yeah, that's a messed up situation.
Yeah, no, she was a pit bull. She could have done some very serious damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, never ending story. There you go. There was she's gonna set me off. Never ending story is one of the movies that they showed, but it was like 3 movies. It was that old movie with Tim Curry and Tom Cruise, that old 80s like fantasy movie. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it was a really lovely night of just seeing like all these movies from my childhood.
Mm-hmm. So
Labyrinth would have been a good one. It wasn't Labyrinth. There's another one. Tim Curry and Tom. Oh, Legend, the movie Legend.
Oh.
I still love that movie.
Oh, she's in Boston. Perfect for Poe. I'm jealous because I moved here from Ventura County. High five, sister girl. Well, did you want to join our Voxer group? Well, we have a Voxer group for Poe.
Yeah, Poe lived in Boston.
You're on Voxer in the Faulkner in August. Just send me a message saying if you want to join. I'll add you to it. And again, you read a poem and a story and something else, or just one of them. It's going to be fun.
Watch your movie.
You can watch a movie too.
I'm going to do all of it.
I already have a book called What Moves the Dead by T. Kingfisher.
Right.
And that is a retelling of the fall of the House of Usher, or a reinterpretation of the fall of the House of Usher.
Now, Mick over in England turned me on to a movie, a newish movie. Go ahead, I'll bring it up in a second.
So Margaret says, gee, I wonder why that audiobook appeared relevant. Yeah. I've heard great things about the James McBride. I've not, obviously, I don't have the audio. I just have the hardcover.
Yeah, maybe.
P.S. Leslie, did you get a card?
Did I get a card in that mail? No. But I haven't checked my mail yet.
I have no idea what you saw. I presume it's some sort of conversation you've been having. Hello, Ginger, again.
No, I think she probably sent me something in the mail and I haven't gotten it yet. Ginger, make up your mind. Come on.
I'm trying to find this movie. It's about Poe, but I don't know if I can find it.
I didn't check. No one stole it. Eek.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully not. No. You know, it's snail mail over here. So we'll see when I get it. But thank you.
Don't forget Nightmare Before Christmas with Danny Elfman at the Hollywood Bowl.
Yes. Yeah, that's another one. Scoot over, cats.
Cats are just welcome to walk in front of me. When I'm on mine, if I'm filming a video, some of my videos, you just see a cat walk in, and I just...
Has anyone heard of the movie The Pale Blue Eye?
No.
Gothic crime thriller, 1830s, macabre. It's somebody plays a young Edgar Allan Poe in it. So it's 1922 release. I'm going to watch it.
It looks good. I just looking at the cover alone. Has Christian Bale.
Oh. Excellent.
So Constance, I had a hard time with Heaven and Earth. Could not get a handle on any of the characters. No one seemed to get enough time. Did not finish. I get what you're getting, Constance. I don't. It has too many characters for a book that's only 384 pages long. And it's part, again, I think, is why I don't really like a lot of contemporary literature. They don't give enough breathing space to stories. They sort of try to make it into a film timeline where you have to put lots of things together very quickly, and you don't get a lot of depth. And I like stories with details and depths and getting into characters, but that's just me. I'm turning into an old fogey, you know. Oh, bummer. She's probably talking about Constance not liking Heaven and Earth. Chris says Vonnegut hated workshops. He claimed that workshops took all the creativity out of the stories, and they all ended up the same. Well, that's basically what I was talking about.
Yeah.
It's
Well, there's this author, Ocean Vaughn,
right.
and he's put out like I think two novels and like 2 poetry collections, and that's something that I saw him talk about like on a podcast about going into the program and like how they're told the structure of a story is supposed to go, and he doesn't really like listen to it. He was just like, this is so boring. It was a really interesting conversation that I think that you're basically echoing and saying, you know, it's interesting to hear like an author talk about that and then hear someone like a reader notice that, you know.
Yeah. Dennis Lehane has an MFA from somewhere. I like him a lot. Mystic River and all the he's really prolific. You like Dennis Lehane, Greg?
I've read a few Dennis Lehane's. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I like him. He does crime fiction and he'll do other books.
He does some historical fiction. He has a big one that I read about Boston.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where I think he's located out of Boston. So
yeah, definitely.
Or in Boston.
Yeah.
And Chris read his essay when I was getting my MFA in creative writing.
I wonder where Chris got his from.
He's so happy they didn't fall apart in the mail. Sometimes the glue. I think they're talking about.
He's talking about a postcard he mailed somebody.
Yeah, well, right down here is Margaret. Is art by mail. I love it.
Yeah.
I sent a friend a postcard with glued pieces down on it, and it jammed the post office scanner.
They know where you live.
On a postcard, no. On a postcard, you don't have a return address necessarily, but they do know who you're sending it to.
True.
Jammed. Chris Vonnegut's position on that sounds very similar to Bradbury's feelings on the subject. Oh my God, I found another use on library thing. My former boss at bookstore still uses it too. Yeah, Margaret, I think library thing is way, way better than Goodreads and better than Storygraph. I've totally given up on Goodreads. I'm sort of playing around with Storygraph right now, but I don't know if I'll keep up Storygraph because it's just more information to type into your phone and maintain. But the good thing about library thing is that you can add all your books. You can, whether they're audio books or ebooks or whatever, because it's built for a library. So libraries can have multiple kinds of books. And I remember because my big problem with Goodreads was they had some librarians that did not like audiobooks. And if an audiobook was produced that only had an audiobook version, they would not allow it into their database. It's not a real book. It's only audio. So like I had a bunch of them and they deleted them from my catalog.
That sucks. That worked.
What?
Anybody famous? Right?
No, I mean, well, what it was is Michael Pollan was the most famous one. He did like a lot of cooking history books, and he wrote an audible about caffeine, like the history of caffeine usage and so forth. Very fascinating. But he did it as an audiobook.
Okay, yeah, I've heard
And,
of it.
and that was, someone at Goodreads says, "Oh no, audio only, delete."
He
So
did
whatever
something
notes I
about.
made of it, just gone.
But
He
that's
did
that's like an
didn't-
ableist point of view, because there's plenty of people that consume audiobooks for so many different reasons.
Oh
And
yeah,
what if someone like is blind, for instance, and that's the accessibility that they have, and then they're taking that away?
I totally agree. I mean, for me, if I'm reading a book on audio or physical or digital, I don't always remember what I read that book in. I remember
Oh,
reading the book or listening to it, and I understand it in the almost exact same way as an audiobook as if I read it in print. But there are some people, for whatever reason, they have a bug up their posterior saying you're only reading when
oh.
you have a physical book in front of your eyes. And I remember, and this is before Kindle, there were ebooks before Kindle that I read. And people are saying, no, you can't read an ebook. It's not a real book. You're not really reading it because it's not in print.
Yeah,
And
that even comes around.
it does, but So if Margaret is on Library Thing, I got to find out and make her a friend on Library Thing.
Yeah, I stopped doing all those. I never really got into Storygraph, but I was in Goodreads.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying. I still have Storygraph going, but I tried it at the beginning of last November. So almost a year.
Oh,
And I don't think I'm going to continue into 2026 with Storygraph just because it's not adding anything. Library Thing, I track all the books that I own, all the books that I read are there, and it works just fine.
yeah, and I can use a tracker for myself because I don't like review everything I read. I didn't talk about the Greg Isles books or, we were talking about just Stalking Kafka and Praiseworthy. I never talked about that. So I don't even know how many books I've read this year. Not really. If I review them, but not everything.
Yeah. I think Bradbury was specifically talking about college, but I seem to recall he had perspectives on workshops. I wrote consistently before my MFA and nothing after. Completely killed my desire to write. So T. Kingfisher is also amazing. Yeah, I actually convinced my in-person book group. It was last month, June, July, where they said, I want to read something spooky for October. So I recommended reading T. Kingfisher along with the Edgar Allan Poe story. She's in. I think she's in for Poe. I will add you. Hey, Jenny. Jenny was my buddy for reading Vampire Lestat.
Woohoo! Got another one.
Yeah.
So Jenny, I'll guess I'll add you to Potember too. October or Potember. Yeah, and it should be good. Legend is a great favorite scene is probably when Lily merges with the dark dancing figure.
Yeah, that was a really cool transition. I like that. It's a good scene.
Ginger is requiring to be levered up to her. Yeah, cats are like that sometimes. Labyrinth is one of my favorite movies ever. Had that baby red and white striped hat. Knitted for myself. Love Bowie. I'm still reading Takio by Yoshinikawa is so good. Samurai novel. I have his Musashi book on my shelf, but I have not read it yet. This is so fun having an item. My favorite movie. Thank you, Margaret. People saying I'm skipping over a couple of these where people are just saying hi to each other. I know a very successful poet who spent the summer in Iowa workshop. His work was radically changed, less to my liking.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a famous workshop. Yeah, I don't know about that Japanese guy, but we're doing a Mishima, right, next year.
Yep. Yokomo Mishima starting in January.
Mishima.
Very good.
She said, I started a bunch of books after a recovery period of reading nothing, including Rob Roy, Revolt of the Elites, One Day Everyone Will Always Have Been Against This, and more.
Oh, yeah. I want to read that last one. One Day Everyone Will Have
I don't
Been
know
Against.
that one.
I think they're talking about like what's going on in Palestine.
Okay.
But yeah, I haven't read it. I love the cover itself. It's pretty cool.
These people are making choices. Yep. And you know, Margaret, my choice was I don't need you, Goodreads. I got other options. And the thing is, they did it twice. They did it to the Great Courses. You know what the Great Courses is?
Yeah.
The Great Courses is essentially a group that produces college level courses on video. And they produce this video as audiobooks. So you can listen to the audiobook when you're commuting. I love the Great Courses.
Yeah, me
And I
too.
used to have the Great Courses. And again, someone says, oh no, those are just video transcripts. They're not books. Delete them.
Huh.
And then people complain, and then you can hear this library. Okay, we'll allow them in, but we don't want, we don't
Remember
want.
when the Great Courses was on a CD?
Alan,
Yeah, right.
I remember when Great Courses was on cassette tape.
Oh, cassette. Oh,
Do you ever find yourself saying rewind?
oh yeah.
And like sometimes I'll say rewind and I'm like, wait a minute, does this language really work now?
Oh yeah, we say tape on video. You know, I got to do a video. It's not video.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Constance. There were people in the early days that were just so down on ebooks. There's like there are still people who are down on ebooks. And honestly, yeah, well, I'm releasing a video tonight about the ebooks. If it's a new book, I'm probably going to buy it on ebook before I buy it in paperback nowadays. It's much easier for these old eyes.
On your paperweight.
Yeah, I have the paperweight.
Paperweight. You got the best Kindle, don't you?
I have the Color Soft and the Scribe. I don't recommend the Color Soft. That's their color version. I don't recommend.
No, you don't like it? Like for graphic novel? No.
I tried a graphic novel, and I'm not a big graphic novel reader anyway, but it was just too clunky. And for what I did, so once the new Paperwhite comes out, I'm gonna trade in my Color Soft for a new Paperwhite.
I had like a really early on version of like the Kindle Fire, but I didn't really use it to read books. I would get an HDMI to USB cable, or no, an HDMI to HDMI, and I would hook it up to my TV to watch YouTube or other stuff like that.
Yeah. So real big, huh?
Yeah, so I wasn't even using it for like books.
Oh, I see. I thought you said you like put it on your TV so you could read across the room.
No, that would make sense. But
that's how J.D. Salinger wrote Catcher in the Rye.
So William Hortzberg wrote a novel, Nevermore, where Arthur Conan Doyle is a protagonist and he's visited by the ghost of Poe, while a killer is loose and recreates scenes from Poe's. I have that on my Kindle.
That's cool.
To read. It would be perfect for October.
Yeah, or home is where the heart is.
Home is where the heart is.
What's that called?
Nevermore.
Nevermore.
That sounds good.
It does. Sorry about the long one. He also wrote the book Angel Heart, the movie called Angel Heart.
Ooh, that's a wicked movie.
It's a really good book too. Really good book.
Voodoo and stuff. Angel Heart.
Legend is that Tom Cruise is unicorns. Yep, Jenny's going to join Potember. So
September.
add Michelle, add Jenny, and really, you'll just discuss whatever Poe you decide to read, or maybe we'll all decide to read one Poe story together and just analyze it. Who knows? My mom had so many great courses on DVD. She'll never watch.
Oh.
Be kind, rewind. Yes.
Yeah. The fact that we get that, and like so many people, my daughter would have no clue.
Have you ever seen a video on YouTube where a guy probably in his 40s, something like that, is interviewing his teenage daughter about things from the 80s or 90s? He says, "What are the yellow pages?"
Oh.
And the girl was going, I mean, it had no clue what a phone book was.
Oh, that hurt.
Classified ads. You want a job, you just go and you go talk. You want a job, you go talk to the guy, and now it's all half BS, and you click here to go there and go there. And
I remember 8-tracks.
Remember what?
8-tracks.
Oh yeah, in your car. Yeah, it cut a song in half.
About those books sound so amazing. Confessions of the Mask by Mishima. Now Margaret says, I admit I'm still down on ebooks. They're so annoying to read for me. Well, Margaret, I find them much easier to read than paper books. Maybe it's just my aging eyes.
Yeah, and it's just like the fact that you get to make the text larger is like so helpful.
Well, what happens is if I'm reading a Kindle book early in the morning, I'll start off at like font size 8. Yeah. And then by the evening, I may be up to font size 10 or 11.
Yeah.
But it works.
Yeah.
I've heard the Color Soft was kind of poorly designed product. It was disappointing to hear that. I would have liked to have it if it were good. Yeah. I was real excited when I heard about it, and I traded in my Paperwhite. And I'm sorry that I did. I mean, my Paperwhite was absolutely perfect. I took that on a trip to Mexico on a full charge. I was there for a week. I came back and had 80% charge left. I was reading on the beach every day for a couple hours.
That's great.
I took the Color Soft on a cruise for 10 days, reading about not quite as much, a little bit less, and I had to recharge it completely 3 times. So battery life is a lot worse on the Kindles, the Color Soft. Chris, I hate to hear about your desired writing being squashed. I bet your stories would have been wild. I used to write stories when I was young too, but if you don't get success, eventually your desire to write just goes away.
Yeah,
that's the Angel Heart.
Oh. Voodoo is scary. Don't make me get my books out. They're over there.
I recently came out of writing retirement and wrote a story for the upcoming sci-fi booktube. And I did not know there was a sci-fi booktube anthology.
I didn't either. I'm going to have to call Chris, find out the scoop on that.
I think I've seen a version of that, Greg. Mind blowing. Which one was I was talking about? See, this is what happens when your comments are so far back. You lose your train of thought. And it was absolutely weird. I remember making recordings on 8-track. I didn't know you could make recordings on 8-track.
I didn't either. On cassette, you have to put tape over the thing. And
8 is way too small. What are you even doing to yourself? Yes, the paper whites never seem to run out of a charge. I hear paper whites and I think Narcissus.
Really?
Okay. All right, we're out. We've got all the comments done. Yay.
Greg, I was going to say that first book you mentioned that you're reading, that's I think, is it nonfiction or fiction?
Which one about the Every Man Dies Alone?
Yeah, you said it's Germany?
Yes, it's set during Germany right after the French capitulation. So World War II is just ramping up and beginning.
When you mentioned that book, that made me think of another book that I want to read. I haven't read it yet, but it just came out maybe a year or less ago. And it's called Hitler in Los Angeles, How Jews and Their Spies Foiled Nazi Plots Against Hollywood and America. And that's nonfiction, and it sounds like really incredible.
That sounds really good.
Yeah. Nonfiction November.
Is it what hold on for 1 second. What's it? I'm gonna look it up real quick as you're talking, so I can. It's called Nazi Hitler in Germany or Los Angeles.
Hitler in Los Angeles. How Jews and Their Spies Foiled Nazi Plots Against Hollywood and America.
And that's by Stephen J. Ross.
Yes.
That name sounds familiar. I might have read one of his other history books. Add the list. Okay, now I will have it. So
yeah, that's one of those books where I'm like, ever since I heard about it, I'm like, I gotta sneak it in somewhere to read it or listen to audio or something, because it sounds fascinating.
it is. I mean, I'm drawn to that era of the world and history. It's really kind of fantastic. I had just listened to another audiobook. Oh wow, what's the title? It was about the fall. Death of Democracy. It's about the fall of the Weimar Republic.
Mm-hmm.
How did Germany become basically run by Hitler? And it's all the steps that happened, and it's all little increments. No one ever thought it would turn out quite the way it did, but and that's really what set me off to go back and pick up Every Man Dies Alone, because it is a book that I read a number of years ago on Kindle, and I just went out and I said, you know something, I'm just going to buy the audiobook and listen to it as well. So really fascinating part of history.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to pick that up and listen to it at some point.
It's a very dense storytelling style. I kind of like it, but when you compare it to the storytelling style of it's very different.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was written in 1947, and Hans Falda was an established author before Hitler rose to power. He was a very well-known German novelist who couldn't really write the books that he wanted to write during Hitler's regime. So this was his analysis of what was going on in Germany at the time. So
yeah, definitely worth a read.
Kind of hitting close to home.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you see what they're doing as far as like defunding or trying to like dismantle like funding for libraries and colleges and that's the first thing to go after, is the books.
Yeah. Because educated people will just follow along with the headlines, or uneducated people follow along with the headlines.
Yeah. Very susceptible.
Mm-hmm. I still sometimes record random things, including audio cut-ups on my tiny cassette tape recorder. Wow, you still have one of those.
Yeah, I used to have a couple.
Cool.
Thanks, everyone. I'll keep everyone up to date on the anthology on my channel. Okay.
I'll check it out later.
And the basket is freaking cute. Yeah, Ginger just hanging out.
That's what she does.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't pay any bills. Might as well look cute.
Uh-huh.
And she knows, yeah. I also want to squash the toe beans. I only know the Weimar via the Bacchus furniture. LOL. Not very well rounded in that domain. Yeah, I think Margaret's more England 19th century, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Which is not an area that I know very well. So Leslie, what other BookTube events are you planning on participating for the rest of this year or into next year if you're planning that far?
Oh gosh. Okay, so I'm trying to think. Okay, so Elaine from Cobalt Dragon and Kat from Ginger Bibliophile are going to join me to discuss. I'm trying to think about which month, October, to discuss. I can't think of which book right now, but it's for my readathon where I'm covering the character Daniel, or the boy reporter from Interview with the Vampire. So we're going to be reading a book together, and it's basically the character adapted on the show. They're doing something with the powers of vampires. So, for instance, like there's this pockets of things that he's been through that he doesn't remember. So, because of that, we're going to be reading the book "The Memory Police."
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. So I haven't read it yet, but we're going to read it and discuss it together in October, and then in November, there's a book. Actually, Greg, you're probably going to want to check it out if you haven't. I mean, you're probably way more well versed in the nonfiction sphere than I am. But I got both of them actually. Hold on. So yeah, October will be Memory Police, and then in November I have another guest coming on. It's Quana from Her Real Reviews Reads. She actually has a channel called Her Real Reviews where she discusses mainly like television and movies. But then she kicked off another channel recently that discusses books that are adapted into movies. And so since we both have seen Interview with the how should I say it? The Interview with the Vampire adaptation, AMC, since she's seen it, she's going to buddy read another book. Because one of the prompts I'm going to have for Daniel is called F Around and Find Out. So we're going to be reading the assassination plot that avenged the Armenian genocide, Operation Nemesis, and it's by Eric Bogosian, who was coincidentally is the actor that plays Daniel on the show. So not only is he an actor, but I think he's like, I don't know, he's probably in his 70s. He's also a writer. He's a playwright. He's done all these things. Yeah. And so once I found out he wrote this book, I thought, I got to read it.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember him being an actor on in a movie back in the 80s.
Yeah, he's been around like a long time.
Yeah.
He's pretty much
badass. I like him.
Yeah. So I'm like excited to read those two books. And then Alan and I are going to be hopping on over at some point to Elaine's channel, Cobalt Dragon, to discuss The Tale of the Body Thief and Memnock the Devil. So that's all I have capacity for right now.
Yeah, I know.
Yep. Well, Alan, we have one book we both have to read this month.
Yeah.
Rain Falling.
Right.
Are you still gonna read it? Or are you gonna skip?
Oh no, I'll read it after I read Memnock the Devil.
Yeah.
No, it's a reread for me too. I remember the beginnings of books better than the endings. I seem to. So I remember some prison scenes in there. One specific one I won't mention, but yep, and then plowing through JR.
Yeah, my JR is up. I don't have my copy of JR with me, but I'm really digging that story so much. My third time reading the book, and I can see why some people are really annoyed with Gaddis, the way he wrote the book. Leslie, you may have heard it. There are no chapter breaks in this. There are scene changes, but it's just a new paragraph.
And even those are hard to find when I'm listening to it and reading along sometimes, but then when I go out and do errands, I have to come back and I can't find it.
Well, see, what I've been doing is I've been reading along and listening. So there's also a study guide on the internet. So it describes when the scene changes, what happens. And when a scene changes, I write down the page and then I write down the location on the audio book. So once I'm done, I'm going to have this good resource for anyone who ever wants to go back and listen and read, saying, these are all the scenes. This is the page. This is where you go to the audio book to start up again. So
that's a lot of work. Do both of you gentlemen, do you read comic books or graphic novels?
Occasionally I read a graphic novel, but not comic books.
Yeah, I like Mad magazine stuff. We both like Mouse 1 and 2. I've got I've got some Dostoevsky in graphic novel.
Oh, that's cool.
I have Crime and Punishment graphic novel too.
Oh, that's very cool. The other graphic novel. Yeah, I'm currently casually reading Earth Divers by Stephen Graham Jones. So I've already read the first volume, but I'm reading like the second and third volume this month.
Oh yeah, I've read him. I like him.
Yeah, isn't he he's such a good writer? I've only read like 2 of his books. He's written like a ton of books. So I don't know if I'll ever be able to catch up with him because he writes so much. But I'm enjoying the graphic novel.
I like the Native American bent to it, and that this is a good graphic novel.
Oh, cool, by James Joyce.
It's not by him.
It's a biography of James Joyce.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's some nudity in it. As you might imagine.
Oh, I just finished reading and speaking of memoir, a Redbone as a graphic novel. So about the band.
Oh, I don't know that one.
I have a feeling you've probably heard their music, but maybe aren't familiar with the name.
Probably. Because I listen to a wide variety of music.
Mm-hmm. I'll send you one of their songs via Voxer, Alan.
Okay. Yeah, do.
Okay, so I lost my track of comments. Constance says I lied about the 8-track. Sorry, I was thinking about the big reel-to-reel jobs. Okay. I remember reel-to-reel tape recorders.
I never had one of those.
Crystal has a reel-to-reel.
Wow.
Really. My uncle recorded my great-grandfather telling his life story on reel-to-reel. I think reel-to-reel is what they were using in Interview with the Vampire. Now, in this book, the reporter is not named. because you kept talking about the character Daniel, and I'm going, he's not. I don't remember the character Daniel, but he's not named in the first book. He's just
No, he's named in Queen of the Damned.
Queen
You
of the
get the
Damned. Okay.
There's a section of Queen of the Damned that's called Devil's Minion. And that's where the boy reporter comes across Armand. And you realize that, I don't know if you want me to spoil it, if you remember, but they have they have something going on between Armand and Daniel.
Okay.
And it's pretty much an intense chapter in Queen of the Damned, so much that there's a whole fandom just around that one chapter.
I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't remember that chapter at all.
That's okay.
Now again, I read it or listened to it in the 90s. So you have okay, your brains don't hold that information so long.
I read it 2 months ago, and I can't recall it.
Yeah, I know how you feel.
I know I'm trying to.
Margaret, we have a reel-to-reel in the attic of my parents. I have no idea how to operate it, and we'll probably treat it like the furnace at Home Alone. Oh, Margaret, you can figure it out. It's not rocket science.
Kind of like a projector, I think. Movie projector. You splice it.
All right, I got to head out. Thanks for having me. I hope you're back for the next one. Fun talks.
Thanks, man.
Good night. Margaret saying goodbye. Libro Paradise and Mouse originally appeared in Raw the comic book anthology. Comics are excellent.
Wow.
She does not want to see James Joyce nude. Comics and graphic novels are equal to novels in film. I agree. I've read some really good and powerful graphic novels. I said Mouse is still my favorite, but there's another good one. It's Clyde Fans by this author just named Seth. And it starts off with the author saying he was in, is it Ontario? One of those Canadian big cities. And he's walking through an older neighborhood of basically abandoned buildings. And he's looking through this building, and its building has Clyde Fans on it. And he looks through the window, and there is a photograph of two men in the background. Business, and he starts saying, what is the story of this business called Clyde Fans that's now shut down? And so he basically just had to invent a story of two brothers who inherited this fan factory. And it's a really powerful.
I think I've heard of that.
I've talked about it on my channel a couple times, but the first section is of a very old man living in this shut down building after his business is shut down, and he's talking and he's just going through his daily routine about his memory of owning this business. And then it goes back in time with his brother, and he owned the business with his brother, and his brother was just a ne'er-do-well who could do nothing right in his life.
Yeah.
And trying to struggle to keep this business going. And it was a very powerful graphic novel.
All from looking through a window.
All because the author looked through a window in an abandoned building. And you think about that. If you go to your town, there's bound to be abandoned businesses in your town, wherever you are. And there's a story behind that. And some of these businesses were in for a long, long time. And whatever happened, they went out. So it's a good story. And he did this entirely in shades of white and blue and black. And it gives this book a very sort of eerie look to it that I really like.
What? Now, you don't have a copy of it, do you?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Hold on. Everyone can watch Alan.
What can we do? Hey, I put my Edgar Allan Poe tarot cards over there. What can we talk about? You know, Flo Flossie at the Grape Jelly Library. She sent me this bust of Poe. Pretty cool, huh?
Here it is. Oh, you got Poe? Show me Poe again.
Yeah,
That's
he's
so
got a little
cool.
wound on his head. Little wound.
That's cool. I love it. Where'd you get that from?
From Boss at Grape Jelly Library.
Oh, that's so cool.
I know.
Yeah.
Very-
So this is the cover of Redbone, but yeah, I'll send you over there. I know as soon as you're here, you're gonna know it.
Okay. Yeah, they're like a native band.
Yeah. So it's Pat and Lolly Vegas,
Okay.
and then yeah, so it was like an all Native American band, and kind of like how their band came to be, how they got their name and everything. And you get to actually, Jimi Hendrix was the one that gave them the idea for the name Redbone, and kind of going towards an all indigenous band. It's like really cool.
I like them already.
Yeah.
This is my copy of Clyde Fans. I have a nice box set.
Oh, wow! It's a big one.
Yeah,
Oh my God!
it's hardcover.
Wow, nice. Very nice.
And so this is the style. I'm going to just put that right up there.
I love it.
It really is. And I really love the first section because you get this old man character and you see him wandering around his old office and you just see the detritus on the floor. It's like you can sort of see it in one of these pictures down there. They're just papers of old business just left on the floor that have been there for years. And yet he's just living in this old building by himself.
Wow.
Remember, it's like very powerful.
It's like the biggest graphic novel I've ever.
Oh, it's not the biggest stone I own.
Graphic novel?
Yeah, so some graphic novels are big. I mean, this was originally published, I believe, in 5 parts.
Oh, okay.
This is like the collected hardcover, all the parts.
Yeah, like Alan Moore's From Hell. That's a big one.
I have that one too.
Yeah.
I love Grant Morrison, Doom Patrol, my favorite comics.
Yeah.
Libro says Seth is excellent. He worked on many independent comics in the 80s, including Mr. X. Chris says that cat is almost clean.
Yeah.
Well, she's stopped. She's sacked out. It's hard to be a cat all day long. We don't understand how hard it is to be a cat.
Oh yeah.
I didn't specifically remember that, but I remember the guy who invented LSD taking his psychedelic bike ride.
Wow.
Let me read that one again.
Alan.
That cat can do their own show. Scissor people. Did you read The Invisibles? The Matrix borrowed from it, and Grant stole from Michael Moorcock, Jerry Cornelius. I have not seen anyone mention Michael Moorcock's Jerry Cornelius in a long time. I have that on my shelf somewhere. I'm not going to go get it.
Well,
Margaret.
Abby Hoffman.
Is that the Margaret?
Abby Hoffman invented LSD and he got it through his hands. So I don't know what he's talking about, a bike ride. Abby Hoffman.
So Chris says I didn't read The Invisibles, but I did read The Final Program, the first of the Jerry Cornelius books. Wild novel. Yeah, I'm gonna go get my copy because I have the back cover is.
Yeah. Where's that one comment?
So here's my copy of the Cornelius Chronicles of Michael Moorcock. Big, thick 972 pages or 974 pages. I believe it has 4 novels in here. It has The Final Program, The Cure for Cancer, The English Assassin, and The Conditions of Muzak. But the back cover, I read this in high school, and I was on a trip, and everyone thought this back cover was hilarious. And it goes, Jerry Cornelius copulates, hallucinates, devastates, dies, and comes back from the dead frequently.
Ah, yeah, I like it.
Yeah. I need to pick it up again. These were written in the final program was 1969, and the last one was 1977.
I love that cover. It's very colorful.
They don't make covers like this anymore.
Yeah, that one pops.
Yeah.
Love it.
All right. The band, liminal spaces. You don't think we need a Jerry Cornelius today? Reminds me of Mary Kondo graphic novel. I have to find The Invisibles. Watchmen is pretty hefty as well. Margaret, but did the novel spark joy? Oh yeah, Mary Kondo.
Good on myself.
Oh, it did. Enough. I kept it. Come and Get Your Love is Redbone. Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
I've heard of that.
I've heard of that one. Yes, Alan Hoffman's story. They talk about the Doom Patrol.
All right.
Margaret, yes. Libro says Jerry Cornelius is a radical work. So, Libro, should I put this on my 2026 reading list?
I've never heard of it.
I don't think it's in print. I think you have to get this as a used book.
Oh, what's it called?
The Cornelius Chronicles by Michael Moorcock. I'm sure if you go looking at Powell's, eventually Powell's will get a copy.
The Cornelius Chronicle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm left the next comment.
No, I want to get it.
Because they make less passes than they used to. So less colorful colors.
Yeah, that reminded me of Gravity's Rainbow's first cover, kind of.
Chris says I should definitely read the Cornelius Chronicles. Libro says, yes, more people need to be aware. Okay, maybe I'll put it on my list. Okay. Well, Leslie, we've been here for an hour and 47 minutes.
Wow.
So my voice is about giving out.
I'm hungry.
So any last comments for Leslie from the chat room, or Leslie to us?
Okay, so thank you for having me. This was so lovely. It was so great just to chat, commune over books.
I call this my pub night.
Yeah, it's very nice. I like it.
Where I just gather together people and we talk, and if we were at a bar, we'd just be drinking our beers and then worrying about how to get home.
Yeah. Well, some other time I'll make sure I have a beer on me.
Yeah, we'll have to get you back on next year.
Welcome to come back. It was good to have you talking.
Yeah,
and Ginger in the background getting clean.
Yeah. As she does.
As she does it. Believe me, I have 4 cats. I know what a cat bathing is like. Yeah, here's 47 minutes and the cat is clean. Pinch and tripping, don't you think, Alan?
Oh, yeah, possibly. He talks enough about it.
I know Pinchon liked marijuana.
Yeah.
Yes, Constance, absolutely. Happy to meet you. Can't wait to see more of you. Yes. Well, everyone in the chat room, thank you for dropping by. And Leslie, again, thank you for showing up. If you come back again, we can do a later show. I know you're in LA and 3 hours behind, so I don't mind starting. I mean, I'm retired. I don't care how late I stay up. I can do that.
Oh, okay. Well then, late night party it is.
Late night party.
Yeah, I'm surprised Ginger at Cat at Ginger
She's in Georgia.
What?
Cat is in Georgia, I think.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised she didn't show up, or Elaine tonight.
Okay.
But thanks again, Leslie.
Yeah, thanks again, Leslie,
Thank
and
you.
everyone in
This
the
is
chat
so
room.
lovely.
Have a great night, everyone.
Good night.
Goodbye.